Heyo everyone, Misha be barking here. If you're like me and in a lot of spaces online that involve furries, then it's more than likely that you've heard of a game called Webfishing. This game has absolutely taken the internet by storm and has seen over 10,000 players in-game consistently. But what is this seemingly simple fishing game, and is there more to it than just fish? Why have so many people come together and decided to kick back, relax, and cast a line? Today I'm going to give a brief overview of the game as a whole, what to expect when playing for the first time, and my overall thoughts on the game itself. So without further ado, let's dive on in. Webfishing released on Steam on October 11th, 2024, and is actually a remade version. The original version was made in only 8 days for Good Digits Autumn Game Jam. There's no way I pronounced that right, I apologize. You can still find this original version on Lame Developer's website if you want to see what that version was like, but obviously the version on Steam is the better made version that everyone has been playing. This game has very simplistic graphics and has been compared to Animal Crossing due to the looks of the players and the overall vibes of the game. Let's actually take a moment to talk about the character designs really quick. You can either be a cat or a dog and have a variety of basic colors and fur patterns to choose from, as well as facial features such as eyes, nose, and mouth. You can purchase or earn new facial features and colors through the shop or by fishing. Speaking of the shop, there's actually 3 separate shops in this one cabin. The left sells you bait and buys the things you catch. You can actually find these hills all around the island that upon interacting with, the fox salesman will pop out and tend to your fishing needs. The big guy in the middle is where you go to upgrade your camp tier and where you can buy licenses for new bait to use and to get better tools for fishing, such as rod upgrades and better hooks. When you upgrade your camp tier, more cosmetic items and such become available from our third shopkeeper, the opossum on the right. Here is where you can buy clothing and tags that get displayed below your name. Mine says puppy. There's also a vending machine outside where you can buy various drinks that change your size, speed, and even your fishing luck. You can also buy wine and beer, so we've got Game of the Year material right here. There's also one more store, but we'll discuss that one in a bit. I'm sure it's no surprise that a game called Webfishing's main mechanic is that. Fishing. You choose your bait and equipment, cast your reel into the water, wait for a bite, then reel in the fish by holding down left click and clicking the amount of times that the game tells you. There are different types and tiers of fish, and even some extra items you can fish up, such as old boots, soda rings, and treasure chests, which contain cosmetics. Lastly, there's a board by the 2 cabins that have various tasks for you to complete, such as catching saltwater or freshwater fish, catching microscopic sea life, varied individual types of fish, and much more. Completing these tasks give you money, titles, and cosmetics. Hi, Editing Misha here. So they actually came out with a patch update after I'd already recorded the audio for this video, so I'm just gonna insert some of the notable stuff in this part here. They added a hand labeler, which means you can name items now. A couple of new sodas, such as the Bounce Brew and Super Bounce Brew, which makes you jump really high. New lures, such as the Shower Lure, which spawns a tiny rain cloud above you. And the Portable Bait Station, which basically gives you a cell phone so that you can call the bait shop and have them spawn one right next to you. Which, I don't know, there's plenty of them around the island, but I guess. They added a non-binary shirt and a non-binary title as well. But I think by far my favorite part of this update is the straight title. It's in parentheses and costs $9,999, which is just really funny. Anyway, back to the video. Now, that was all just a brief rundown of the game. I didn't mention everything, but that's for you to find on your own. Or look up another video after this one, I guess that works too, I guess. Now that we have a brief rundown though, how does the game start? You're first greeted with a simple menu screen where if you choose play, you see the options for creating a game or joining a game via a code or through a public lobby. For my first time playing, I chose to play offline, as I kinda spur of the moment booted it up and didn't have any friends who I knew were playing it at that exact moment. Anyways, you spawn in as a white cat in a side tutorial area. This area teaches you how to move around and how to use your camera. The default cat also starts with the most couldn't give less of a eyes I've ever seen, and I love that for him, not gonna lie. Walking around a bit leads to even more signs, teaching you to open your backpack, pull out your fishing rod, and how to cast a line. You also learn about opening your tackle box, checking bait, and lastly about the bait shop that we discussed earlier. The game requires you to catch and sell a fish before you can leave, so once you do that, you're able to leave into the main island of Webfishing. Once here, I found the character editor and made myself into my puppy Sona Misha, and I was off. To fish, to sell, and to play to my heart's content. And in all honesty, I didn't really have that much fun. I didn't exactly know what I was doing, I was playing alone, and things got very repetitive very fast. I only had myself, my worms, and my fishing rod, and just kinda cast a line every so often between talking with chat about God knows what. It should also be noted that I don't really like Animal Crossing. The series has never really interested me, so to say that I didn't have the highest expectations for Webfishing would be an understatement. Hell, I didn't even buy the game. My friend Gavin bought it for me out of the blue. This was the only reason I was even giving it a try, as I wasn't planning on giving this game a chance. That said, people in chat were telling me that the game was much more fun when you play it with friends, and I had a Webfishing stream with friends planned for Friday night, so I told myself to give it one last try before calling it quits. And thus, my stream on Friday happened, and well... Alright, I want you guys to introduce yourselves, but you have to do it all at the same time. Okay, go.
Okay. Hey guys,
everybody,
my name
my
is
name
Alex.
is
I'm
Alex.
doing a lot of
Auto streamer, and I'm actually
really
not
great
a
time.
whale streamer, and I'm like,
also a
It's really
chronic
excited to be
high-functioning
here.
alcoholic.
Definitely
Holy
come check out my stream
shit.
sometime at twitch.tv/Arioball.
That's a
Perfect,
whale.
perfect, thank you.
Oh no, you're having issues with the controller?
It just won't let me cast my line even without the controller. Very weird.
That's really weird.
Please, having problems casting your rod? Happens when I get older. It's perfectly natural.
Anyway.
What the hell's going on? What
I'm
the
just watching
fuck are
Ariel
you
just
doing, Pip?
continuously try.
Pip,
I'm
no!
trying to help you summon the fish.
Pip, no!
Let me work my fucking magic, okay?
We already,
Jesus Christ.
we already have 5 furries on an island. We can't be drawing shit like that.
I'm on the roof.
Society!
Wait, how the hell did you get on the roof? Papa Pip!
Wouldn't you like to know?
Timber's on the roof!
Oh my,
Papa
oh
Pip,
my
get him
God.
down!
Fucking people.
We're dogs, actually.
Oh, he's on the roof. All right, I got a plan. Hold on. Stay still. All right, we're gonna make this work. We're gonna get you down.
what did I come back to? Holy shit.
What the fuck?
18 furry
Web
fishermen at the
fishing.
lake and web fishing.
18
What did I
naked.
At the lake and
Yeah,
web
my camera's
fishing.
placed properly, like perfectly when you caught the.
I had a blast. Myself, Timber, Gavin, Pip the Badger, and a Rail Bull all logged on and hopped into a lobby together, and they showed me the ropes of how to play the game. We ran around, sometimes together, sometimes apart, and did various things between fishing, exploring, and much more. We cracked jokes, talked about things both in the in-game chat and via Discord, and just all around had a great time. Story and lore was created. For instance, Pip was the only one out of us that didn't drink the small juice, so he became Papa Pip, and boy did he look the part of a divorced dad of 3.
Aw.
Am I lagging? This might be me.
Wait,
Pip,
no.
Pip, no, don't end the
No,
stream like
me.
this. Papa, no. Papa, no, come back. Papa, no. Playing with some of my best friends that night changed my entire perspective on the game as a whole. I added web fishing onto my stream schedule for the following week, and we'll be streaming it again this Friday. I've played this game off stream more than any other game these past few weeks, and oftentimes joining my friends and just vibing on my own while I watch YouTube or work on different things. It's a laid back and simple game, but that's half the appeal. It's an easy game to boot up, to get into, and to play with your friends and play for hours, making great memories and having an absolute blast along the way. As I stated before, there isn't just fishing in this game. There's a few more activities you can do, one of which is playing instruments. Right now there's just different guitars and a tambourine, but the guitar menu is genuinely really cool. You can preset 9 chords to make various chord progressions so that you can play your favorite. Yes, I used it to play Wonderwall.
All we would be doing is getting drunk at the Costco and fishing out of the toilets.
But this is easily one of the coolest menus I've seen for guitar. While most games have preset songs, chords, or otherwise, web fishing allows you to create the chords yourself and play to your heart's content. Secondly, there's also a metal detector. You could take this around the island and scan while you walk in hopes to find random buried items, such as old coins, buttons, and fragments of cosmetics. Cosmetics which you can build at the aforementioned other shop, which is located in a shack down by the sea. The mystery seller will take these fragments and turn them into various items, such as a top hat, which I really want but can't seem to dig up the right things, a monocle, and more. You can also buy props, which are little cosmetic items you can set down to make your fishing experience with your friends that much cozier. You can also buy chalk from the opossum to draw on these tan parts of the island, though be warned, when playing with your friends you might end up with some interesting drawings. And last but certainly not least, the reason this game might be Game of the Year. Gambling, baby, that's right, they're scratch tickets, let's go gambling, I'm gonna win it big, baby, it's not gambling if I know I'm a winner.
You're always a winner in my heart, bud.
That doesn't help, I'm in the hole like hundreds of dollars. Your love does not pay the bills.
That's true.
Yeah, that's right. You can get your gambling fix by buying 3 different ticket tiers for $25, $75, and $350. The tickets all work the same. You scratch off the winning numbers at the top and match them with the numbers below, and if you don't match them, well, sucks to suck. And if you're like me, you should really get used to losing, because I apparently suck at these scratch tickets. So yeah, that's an overall look into the game that is web fishing. So what are my thoughts on the game? Like I said, I didn't really like the game when I first played it alone, but I had a much better time after playing it with friends. I only really enjoy this game when I'm playing with friends, and don't really ever boot it up to play on my own, but I think if someone who's a fan of cozy vibe games like Animal Crossing were to play alone, they'd likely be able to have an enjoyable time. That said, when I do play with friends, the game becomes one of my favorite games I've played on my own and streamed in a long while. It's simple on the surface, but once you start playing, you discover there's so much to do. You can fish, gamble, play music, or even just stand around and chat with your friends. You make money to upgrade your rod, bait, and camp, get new clothes, new looks, new tags, upgrade your camp tier, gamble, buy alcohol, gamble. In my opinion, the enjoyment of the game is heavily based on the people you play it with. Webfishing turned into one of my favorite games because my friends were super fun to be around. It made the experience so much more special to me. I love that we can all just hop on, kick back, and cast a line, and talk about life, get to know each other better, gamble, and create awesome memories. I was really close to overlooking this gem of a game, and as someone who doesn't normally like this type of game, I'm so glad I didn't. So yeah, I love playing Webfishing, and if you've got friends that you enjoy just chatting and kicking back with, I think you'll enjoy this game too. So we're to the end of the video. Have you played Webfishing before, or are you looking into buying it? What are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna be streaming Webfishing on Friday nights over on twitch.tv/MeShouldBeBarkin, so if you'd like to hop on and cast a line with me and my friends, then feel free to tune in at 7 PM PST to join. Anyways, with that out of the way, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Gambling, let's
Oh
go
my God.
gambling, let's go gambling.
God damn it.